What's up, witches?
What's up, witches?
Linda.
And I'm John.
And this is Getting Witchy.
This is Getting Witchy, and this is a very special episode. Pendulum blah, 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 pendulum use 101. Now, the reason we're doing this because we kind of already talked about pendulum use. Shush. That is a tongue twisting word. Okay.
Pendulum?
Have a couple of drinks and try to say it fast.
Pendulum, pendulum, pendulum.
Anyway, so upon my feed, while doom scrolling over the last, was it been like 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
An advertisement came up in my feed.
Oh, yes.
About a Pendulum 101 class. It would be live. You could ask questions live. And I don't know how long it was scheduled to be because it doesn't really say, but it's $50 freaking dollars. $50 to be taught the history and proper use of the pendulum. Aside from the fact that you can get everything you need from Google or various books, I thought that was absurd, and I felt that we needed to do a more in-depth.
Right, because we have discussed pendulums before.
We have, and we even did an example of using the pendulum. But I don't know that when I looked into the class, because some classes are free that you could do, metaphysical or spiritual classes are free. No, not this one. $50, 50 US. So I made a comment. I posted a comment on that advertisement that's still there.
Yeah.
That this is ridiculous. You can look it up how to do it yourself, or come to Getting Witchy through YouTube and we'll show you. I am going to be posting. I said I because I was typing up. I am going to be posting something about this soon. So here we are, free of charge, to discuss the history of pendulums and the use of them. Okay? Buckle up, buttercup. So, pendulum scrying's origins lie in ancient dowsing practices with roots in Egypt, China, and Greece, using a weighted string. Now, we don't know what they were using back then. It could have been just a rock that they bored a hole into, or a rock that they found that had a hole already in it.
True. Okay. Some dowsing practices use a stick.
Well, yeah, it's to find water, minerals, or to receive divine messages. Yes, the dowsing with the stick that has one.
Right, it's like a Y-shaped stick.
Yeah, sticking out like you're. I mean,
like the pod racer handlebars.
Sure, that's what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. It evolved from finding physical things to seeking spiritual guidance through the 19th century spiritual movement, tapping into the subconscious via the. This I find interesting, but I also find kind of humorous because of the name. Idiomotor effect. Idiomotor effect. We'll explain that more in a moment. So the ancient roots So Egypt and China, early weighted cords were used in rituals for divine communication and geomancy, feng shui, to locate auspicious sites or energies for doing what they wanted to do or building what they wanted to build. And in
Greece.
Hmm.
In Greece, the Pythian oracle at Delphi. So we're talking like around 400 before Common Era.
I hate that we use that now. Just BC, and there is no CE. Common Era. It was always, and it's not about after death. AD.
No, it was Anno Domini.
Exactly.
The year of our Lord.
Well,
that's why they changed it to Common Era. But anyway, in ancient Greece, the Pythian oracle at Delphi reportedly used pendulums, and the ancient Greeks used gems on chains for divine insight.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I thought you would enjoy because you are because Greece.
I am more Greek.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there were French explorers, primarily Leon Foucault, Foucault, used pendulums to provide the first simple, direct, and visual proof that the Earth rotates on its axis. In his now apparently famous 1851 demonstration in the Paris Pantheon, showing the pendulum swing plane gradually changing as the Earth turned beneath it. So it probably took several hours for this experiment to go through, because, I mean, the Earth turns quickly, but we don't notice it. While not directly for exploration per se, this scientific device proved a fundamental concept affecting all navigation and understanding of our planet. And then there's mathematicians and scientists in the 16 and 1500s.
Yes. So they use pendulums primarily for precise timekeeping. You know, the little pendulum clocks.
Those are some of the most precise clocks.
And to prove the Earth's rotation, like we just discussed. But also to study gravity, isochronism, which is equal swing times. So, like, you know, those little pendulum things that sit on the desk,
or with
or grandfather clocks,
or with pianos, they have that. That's basically a pendulum in reverse.
Are you talking about the metronome? The thing that...
Yeah, I mean, that's just like a pendulum, but it's instead of hanging,
it's
going. I mean, it's similar.
Yeah, I mean, yes. They also used it to develop foundational physics, linking terrestrial and celestial mechanics. They developed formulas relating the length and period, used pendulums to calibrate time, even using stars, and explored complex mathematical patterns in their motion.
Well, with the pendulum, I mean, there's all kinds of mathematics going on there that you could...
Well, and there are some people who can look at a mathematical equation and see the motion that it is implying.
Yeah.
That would
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's that whole beautiful mind thing.
Yes, yeah, it is. That is the whole beautiful, especially when you're getting into the physics aspect of it. But
what?
The start of physics was with a pendulum, according to the research that we've done. The start, I mean, that's basically what that's saying.
Okay.
So now, 19th century spiritualism. During this time period, this is when it was, the pendulum was raised to the aspect of being a tool to be used. The spiritual movement popularized pendulums for spirit communication and assessing inner wisdom. Many, including myself, prefer to recognize that our spirit guides, or the Great Spirit, or even the universe, is trying to help us with our request. But of course, science says something else. The ideomotor effect. In 1833, the scientists Michael Eugene Chevreul and William Carpenter identified the ideomotor effect, basically a subtle unconscious or subconscious muscle movements as the mechanism behind the pendulum's motion, linking it to some subconscious thought rather than external spirits.
So basically, they figured that when you were using the pendulum, that when you asked it a question, your subconscious or unconscious mind was making your body do minuscule microscopic movements,
something you
to
can't
move
see.
The pendulum.
Like I mean, we did it in the last time we did a
Yes.
pendulum. I held it there. I did not move my hand, but it was swinging. And we're going to give a demonstration today.
Yes.
Also, but like I've even gone like this. Like
Well, and if I remember
and
correctly,
haven't moved, but yet the pendulum still moves. And they're saying it's by.
and if I remember correctly, I had my elbow on the table and was bracing it and didn't even breathe. And it still moved. But their whole thing is, when you ask the question, your unconscious mind already knows the answer and will send subtle signals to your body to make
Slight changes,
very slight movements that cause it to move. I don't believe that's true, because there are also pendulum stands available, which means you can set it on the table and you can ask it the question. You're not even touching it, it'll still move.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And there are pendulum stands. It basically like a stand with, sorry, don't mean to be obvious by saying stand a second time, but flat plate with a rod coming up and an arm going out to where you can hang the pendulum from, and below it, off to the side from where it's hanging, will be a yes, no, maybe.
Well, and there are some that don't even have
the maybe
that. Like, well, no, they don't even have the yes, no, maybe thing. It's just like a little tripod that it hangs down from, and you still get the opportunity to say, show me yes, show me no, show me maybe, show me unknown or whatever, and then you can work with it that way. But you're not actually touching it,
right?
You're sitting removed from it and it's still gonna respond. So
I don't know. I mean, to me, ideomotor effect. I mean, what is it? Idiot motor effect. That's the.
But it's IDE, so for me, it's more like idea motor, like your subconscious or unconscious sending the idea to your physicality.
Okay.
That it needs to move.
Okay.
Which is why I feel it's.
So it's ideomotor, not idiomotor.
Well, that's the way I see it.
Okay. But either, I mean,
but either way,
I don't necessarily.
I don't agree.
I don't. Yeah, I don't agree.
Them.
In modern use, today's practitioners use pendulums for personal guidance, decision making, energy healing, and exploring intuition, blending ancient traditions with an understanding of subconscious psychology.
I mean, yeah, sure. And for centuries, especially since, ancient Greece, China, and all that, we have had the use of weighted objects suspended by a chain or string, which has served as a conduit between our conscious minds and the deeper wisdom of the universe. Like, that's a bridge. That's us translating subtle energetic shifts
right
into visible movements that provide guidance and clarity in moments of uncertainty. Now, I don't know about any of you all, but it can't, like, well, actually, quite often, I will ask my spirit guides for assistance. I will ask them to, like, show me the way, and sometimes they are very direct. Sometimes they want to be sarcastic little shits and just be like, oh, you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. And sometimes when I'm using my pendulum, like, they will give me a very direct answer.
Did you just jump through like 3 paragraphs in one?
Oh, I don't know. I was just
Rambling.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at?
I don't know. Mesa, Arizona.
I love you.
I love you too.
Um,
Oh, there we are. See, now, regardless of whether you are a just curious person or a seasoned seeker looking for easily accessible divination methods, which this is definitely one, the pendulum divination can provide with straightforward answers. However, like I said before, if your spirit guides are like mine and they like to be sarcastic little shits, they're not always going to be so straightforward. Sometimes you have to ask clarifying questions.
you have totally lost me.
Second from the bottom is where we're at now. Not the amethyst, the one above that.
But we skipped those 2.
Did-
You skipped them completely.
Oh. Well, no, I did the last 2. Okay, sorry.
So the pendulum responds to your own body's energetic field in conjunction with your higher self and intuition, provoking jerk reflexes in your arm and wrist that allows the pendulum to move in a certain way. This is still in accordance with the ideomotor theory. So by asking your pendulum a yes/no question, your energy field through the pendulum is simply responding to what the inner self already knows subconsciously.
Yes.
Today, those drawn to the pendulum divination, and this is just one form of divination. We also have, where'd my bag of balls go? Shut up. No, my crystal
The runes?
My crystal balls. Yes. They're crystal runes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, I thought it was there, but
is it maybe under the
maybe
hoodie?
it's under my hoodie. But anyway, so there's tarot, there's runes, there's the pendulum, there's many forms of divination.
Astrology,
Tea reading.
Tea reading.
So anyway,
Crystal ball gazing.
but crystal balls are freaking expensive.
Well, you could also do like
even
mirror
a
gazing,
small,
which is kind of sort of the same thing, but you have to have the black mirror.
not the Black Mirror on Netflix or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have no idea.
No, they're talking about
Yeah, no, I know.
a phone
I
screen.
don't. I never watched it. So I don't
Neither
know.
have I. But
Um,
so among the most popular are crystal pendulums, prized for the unique energetic properties inherent to those stones. Quartz is considered a master stone or the master healer.
yes.
If you have if you've got something going on, whether you want to use rose quartz, turquoise, amethyst, or whatever, and you want to amplify the powers of that crystal, you use a quartz crystal to do that. And we actually discussed today doing an episode on crystals.
Yes.
Yes, it's something that we wanted to do and forgot about.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for instance, amethyst with its soothing purple hues is associated with energetically intuition and spiritual connection, aiding in assessing deeper insights. So using a pendulum
yes
with amethyst
Mhm.
would be good for
yes
deep inner, but then rose quartz, if you use that, it would be for, I would think, relationship questions,
yes
and
because
not just romantic relationship issues.
no, it would be pretty much any relationship
Anything.
question, because rose quartz is, first off, it's a more gentle crystal that is all about relationships, usually of the romantic sort, but it can be used for like friendships and family matters
Absolutely.
as well. Um, and quartz, not only is it the master healer and an amplifier, but if for some reason you don't have the crystal you're looking for, it can always be substituted. Like
You can use quartz for anything.
all around
Yep.
crystal.
Yep.
So yeah, you can use it for any question you have.
The unique vibrations of each crystal can subtly influence the pendulum's response. We're talking about energy fields.
Mm.
You know, we are all made of energy. I mean, ultimately.
Yes.
Like when we pass, our energy does not die. You cannot kill energy.
No, you cannot destroy energy. You can only transform it.
But so we are energy driven and bound
Yes.
and exuding creatures.
Yes.
And that energy transfers into whatever we're working with.
Yes.
So picking the stone, I mean, if you're doing something about protection, use onyx, tourmaline, or what's the other?
We use tiger's eye a lot.
Yeah. But there's another black one. Black is actually very protective. Obsidian. Thank you. Black is very protective. Yeah, it's given it, like black cats given a bad name.
Yeah. How do you know they're not just trying to stop you from going down a destructive path?
Yeah. Or stop you from going down a path to your way home and you're about to get robbed or whatever.
Right.
You know, black cat cross your path. Oh my God, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad if you keep going. Maybe they're trying to tell you something. Ultimately, the best pendulum for you is the one that resonates with you on a personal level. Excuse me. Trust your intuition and choose the pendulum that feels right in your hands and for the type of questions you're going to ask. But definitely one that speaks to your spirit. Personally, I have used this necklace ever since I started doing any kind of pendulum work. The trichota or Celtic knot, also the symbol of the goddess. The Catholics tried to assimilate it to mean the Holy Trinity, but that's not what its original meaning was. So I use this. I've owned this piece for over 30 years, or about 30 years, and really took it off, I think, for an MRI and some other things where you had to take off all.
You had to.
I do not take this off. So this is full of my energy, no cleansing necessary. If you are going to use crystals or anything, though, or a crystal pendulum or what, you want to cleanse it and charge it. This is already charged with my energy. Is my point. Like, I'm always wearing this. So I use this necklace, and it's what I'm going to use today.
Right. Like I have 3 different things that I use.
You're wearing one of them.
I have
that you've had since you were a kid.
Yeah. So
teenager.
This actually was the first crystal I ever owned. My mom bought it for me. at a street fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I know some places have like a First Fridays thing where they'll shut down a street downtown or a neighborhood downtown.
Well, they have
And
it here in
yeah,
Phoenix. I
and
think.
there's like a lot of artist exhibits, and it was one of those things. She and I used to go to them quite a bit when I was a teenager, and we came across this booth, and when I was looking at them, the woman who made it, when I picked this one up, she looked at it, looked at me, looked back at it, and kind of just sat there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, yeah, this is a very good one for you. And I remember getting shit from one of my teachers in high school because I was wearing it.
Mm.
Well,
I used to get shit from me.
And he was making fun of me for it, and I was like, no, it does seem to help me because I'm passing your class, aren't I? But yeah, so sometimes I'll use this. I do have a pendulum that I bought from a woman I went to high school with. She was one of my classmates. We were in honors classes together. She used to have a witchy shop, and then it closed during COVID, I think. And then another one that I got from a different witchy supplier. So I sometimes will switch between the three. It all just depends on how I'm feeling when I need my question asked.
Okay.
If it's a more personal question, I will go with this one.
Gotcha. So there's also, this was gifted to me. It's basically a winged serpent wrapped around a howlite.
So a dragon?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really show the or the face is the, what is that called? A grommet to attach to the necklace, for the necklace to go through it. Yeah, tiny ass head with all those. Okay, so that howlite is,
it's kind of like turquoise, but it's white instead of bluish.
Not that we're racist against turquoise. Sorry, that was supposed to be a joke. And then this I found at a shop, Tibetan quartz. Quartz mined in Tibet. Supposedly a little more towards the spiritual guidance.
Okay.
Now, there are certain things that I am a spiritualist, I am crystal junkie, I am a witch, and I am Wiccan. Some of the claims are pretty fucking crazy, though.
Yeah.
Like, how is Tibetan quartz going to be any better than quartz derived from anywhere else in the world?
Was it mined by Tibetan monks?
Probably not. Well, I mean, since they just read and
was it blessed by Tibetan monks?
I don't know. I think it was just mined from Tibetan quarries.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I was just throwing out a couple ideas on.
Yeah. I use silver for the rope, and it's not a werewolf or vampire thing, although, but silver, gold, platinum, those are pure elements.
Yes.
So they would help to facilitate the transference of energy and information better than other things, in my opinion. Although, yeah, like you using the
black cord.
Well, that's cotton.
Yes.
It's a natural, not nylon, not cord. Okay, a natural, like hemp, cotton, something like that. Don't go with artificial stuff. So, okay, we got way sidetracked there for a moment. But I must admit that even though I use this and almost exclusively this tricheta as my pendulum, the concept of using different crystals, but I have used my Tibetan quartz for a pendulum, but this one is big. Shut up. So it seemed to.
I wasn't gonna say
you
anything.
were thinking it.
I wasn't gonna say it.
It is. It's heavy. So and almost 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches long. Shut up. So it really didn't work out that well as being a pendulum because it really was. It was weighted. Anyway, so user beware. Beware.
Beware of the bears.
Don't ask really vague or generic questions, especially if you feel like I do that your spirit guides are who are answering your inquiries. So again, I think I already said this, whether it's spirit guides, the universe, great spirit,
right,
ancestors, whatever, don't waste their time.
No.
Do not waste their freaking time. Ask them, first of all, what I would do, what I used to do, and I haven't done it in a while. Admittedly, I haven't done it in a while. You want to do a meditation, or I did a meditation. After I had already, and I'm going to talk about this, or we're going to talk about this in a minute, I would write up the questions that I want to ask. I would do a meditation and focus on the questions or what I was ultimately trying to find out. But then while I began the divination, I would ask them to please join me. Don't demand anything of them. If your opinion is of any of those couple things that we mentioned, don't demand anything from them. They are spiritual beings, ethereal beings that have much more important things to do than be at your whim. So ask them to join. And then when everything is completed, thank them for participating. That's all I'm going to say about that. But remember that it's yes or no questions.
Yes.
Maybe could also be an answer, but it's always yes or you don't ask, what do I need to do to win this person's heart or to get this job?
That's not a question that can be answered this way.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to answer your question. It's yes, no, maybe, or uncertain or unknown.
Right.
And uncertain and unknown fall under maybe. Like there's no, it's not like a Ouija board where there's multiple answers that it could go to. You have it swinging one way, you have it swinging another way, and you have it swinging diagonally. I mean, that's really is the only, or circular.
Or circular.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like circular clockwise sometimes is yes. Circular counterclockwise is no.
Just depends on how it's calibrated when you do.
Yeah, and we're about to get into that.
So
yes, and yes, we are about to get into that. But do not ask overly complicated questions. Like I said, before you begin asking questions, it's crucial to establish a clear understanding of how your pendulum will communicate with you. Yes, no, and potentially maybe answers. As you just stated. Calibrating or fuck, I just lost where I was at.
Programming the pendulum.
Programming.
So before you
creates a personal language between you and your tool, because
yes.
it is a tool, just
Yes.
like your wand, just like
the blade,
the blade, whatever you use for your altar, those are all tools. The cup, the bowl, the wand, the blade, that those are all just tools. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
Sorry, we've been up since about 1 o'clock this morning because we normally work at night, but we've been off. And we went to bed really late last night, like
we were up
5:30.
Yeah, we were
and
up for normally, like 22 hours before we finally went to sleep.
And still woke up 6 hours later.
So, yeah, we're a little tired.
Still woke up 6 hours later.
But anyway, so how do we program or calibrate our pendulum?
So, to cleanse and program the pendulum, regardless of what you're using, whether you're using a crystal or, let's say, you are wearing a locket that you've had since you were a kid that your mom gave you, or whatever the fuck. For me, what I do when I want to cleanse a piece of jewelry or any crystal, hold it in both hands and focus on energy, light, love, and even water washing through the crystal to cleanse it. And then, after I'm satisfied with that, I will focus on whatever I'm wanting to do: insight, intuition, clarity, strength. And I would repeat those and visualize sending that energy into the crystal or object so it's charged, in effect. So that creates a personal connection. If there wasn't one already, that creates a personal connection with you and your pendulum. To begin, you hold your cleansed and charged pendulum gently by the chain or cord between your thumb and forefinger, allowing it to hang loosely. Sorry. And freely.
So basically, like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And if you, like, I occasionally have recently had tremors in my hands. So if and sometimes it's even hard to drink something sometimes. But if you have that issue, that's where the stand comes in that she was talking about.
Yes.
Because it's not about, and this is why I strongly disagree with the ideomotor effect. Because you can put it on the stand, we're not touching it, and it's still going to move. It will, which is
yes
why I lean more towards the universe or the spirit guides talking to us. Anyway, sorry. Oh, that's what I was just talking about.
Yes.
Ask out loud or mentally, pendulum, please show me a yes response. Show us a yes response.
Kind of going back and forth.
Yes. On there, it looks like it's going this way, but it's actually swinging towards you, which is typical. Like, most yes responses will be away and towards you, away and towards you, or a clockwise turning. but you need to keep track of what it's doing. All right. And then a no response, what is no? Maybe you should ask.
Show me no. Side to side.
Okay. It was subtle though. It was very okay. And then maybe
stop, I always ask it to stop
Yeah.
first and then.
And then maybe might be a diagonal.
Can you show me maybe?
So it's doing a circular.
Counterclockwise circle.
So that's why it's important to ask your pendulum what is yes, what is no, what is maybe. So then you know when you ask the question what the answer actually is. Okay, I know that sounds common sense and ridiculous to say, but there you have it. Stillness or erratic movement can also sometimes point to an unclear question or an answer that is not yet available.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I did have one reading that I did with one of my pendulums where I asked a question and it didn't do this or this. It was hanging and it just kind of shook. Like, yeah, it just kind of vibrated. It didn't go either any direction. It was just like even the chain was vibrating. And so that is something I would take into account as an erratic behavior.
From the question that you asked, and I don't know what it was, and it doesn't matter, but what came of that scenario? You were obviously looking for clarification on something.
I was, and so did we talk about this?
Well, I don't know what we're talking about then.
So a friend of mine came to me once through text message and asked if I could do a pendulum reading for her because she had done a pendulum reading about a certain topic and it was leaning heavily towards a very bad direction. And I did a pendulum reading for that situation. My answers came up the same as hers, but I think I went a step further and asked a question she didn't. And that's when it was just like it looked like it wanted to explode. And then I asked you to do a reading for the same situation with the same questions, but then you took it even a couple steps further than I did. And it was a situation that was not good. And we ended up having to
do a spell that would protect the individual.
Yes.
Not your friend.
No, but somebody involved with the friend
to protect them.
Yes.
From your friend.
From the friend.
Gotcha.
So it was not a good situation. But yeah, I think it was, I asked if my friend would be responsible in some way, and it just, like, it didn't want to answer, I think is what it ultimately came down to. It didn't want to have to answer that question, and so it was shaking like it was going to explode. And I finally just told it, like, if you don't want to answer, just don't, like, it's okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Just let it go. So yeah, if you ever get that kind of situation,
well, you could try rephrasing the question.
You can try rephrasing the question, rewording it, instead of asking a question.
I recommend doing that for any question, so you can get, like, say the question, get your response, and then ask the question again in a different way.
Yes.
Different terminology.
Right.
But so to receive clear and reliable answers from your pendulum, the way you formulate your questions is absolutely paramount. Your questions should be clear, concise, and specific. allowing for a definitive yes or no response.
Yes.
For instance, instead of asking an open-ended question like, what will happen to me?
Yeah, you can't answer that.
It's yes or no. Yes or no. What will happen during this interview? It's yes or no. What will happen on this date? It's yes or no.
Right.
Try framing it as, will I receive good news this week?
Or, hey, if you are on the fence about casting a spell that you're thinking about, ask it about that. Should I cast this spell at this time?
Or instead of should, because that's something I noticed in the research that I did, that they removed the word should or would. So what was it that you just said? I'm sorry.
Should I cast whatever spell at this time?
Will this spell that I want to cast assist in the situation that I'm in? And then ask it again, will it hurt in this? Like, be specific, not should I do this? Well, I mean, no. Okay, but why? No.
Well, no, but see, that's why you go into like you have to have to have contingencies or backup questions for your question. Like, okay, is now a good time for me to cast this spell? No. Okay, is a week from now a good time for me to cast this spell? Kind of thing. Like you know,
Right.
um, kind of like a if then situation. If not this, then this, or like those build your own
But that's
adventure
complicating it
books.
too much. Fucking simple yes or no. Not I see, I understand that, but I don't get it. Like, you're
No,
playing games with.
no, I'm talking about following a simple flow chart. Okay, like you ask the question. If it says yes, you do this. If it says no, then you ask this question, kind of thing.
So
Like
then it's done. It's done. Should I ask about it later? No. Okay, it's done.
right. Then and yes, but if it says yes, okay, so then should I ask, would it be better for me to, or is it more beneficial for me to ask about this 2 weeks from now?
See, okay. Okay. I don't adhere to that, but okay. I think that's playing with the forces that be. Still trying to get information that you are being told no to. You want to ask the question again later, then ask it again later. But yeah. But I understand and I get where that's coming from. But I don't agree with.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
agree to disagree.
Yeah, absolutely. I still love you. Keep a journal. Of course I do. Of course I do. Keep a journal. Write down the date and what questions were asked and the responses that you got. That way you'll be able to accurately keep track of your craft work and how long it takes for something to come to fruition or not. So I have mine. I haven't done it in a while, admittedly. But with my craft journal, I have see. Oh, geez. Did a spell on awakening and increasing the magic within. That could be a conversation all in and of itself. Completed a pendulum divination because completed on August 14th of I think it was 2019. Completed a pendulum divination because one of my children asked me to send their significant other medicine by mail a second time. Medicine meaning marijuana. I am not admitting to doing anything illegal. I ask the divine consciousness and guardians and guides to help. I very clearly feel distressed about it. Question 1, is what I'm feeling fear? No. That was the answer. No. Question 2, is what I am feeling a result of the danger I would put myself in? Answer, yes. Question 3, should I send them the medicine they asked for? Answer, no. Question 4, would I be caught? Answer, no. Question 5, even though I would not be caught, I shouldn't send it? Yes. Then, question 6, would they be caught? Answer, possibly. The individuals in question are military. That's all. I'm not what branch or anything. Question 7, are they considering the risk that they are taking? Answer, no. At that point, I ended the ritual and thanked them for their guidance, and I did not send the medicine. I have others in here. Oh, that was about me trying to make the black mirror, the magic mirror. Didn't work out so well. Oh, here's a tarot reading I did on my position at McDonald's. So there's all kinds of, keep a journal. It's paramount so you can revisit things that you've done, see things that you'd like to do differently, maybe do the same divination with slightly different questions.
Right. Or just so that you have a record of what you've done, because I've gone back and looked through my records and come across things I don't remember ever doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of one of those people, like
once I do it,
when it comes to spell work, like I set it and forget it. I will do the spell and then I just let it go.
Other than occasionally, depending on the spell. Like if it's a spell that needs a little bit of energy every once in a while. Right. But generally speaking, set it and forget it, like you said.
Right. So I'll go back and look through my records and be like, oh, I don't remember doing this. When did I do this? And then I look at the date and it's like, okay, what was going on then? And it's just like, oh yeah, okay. I really don't remember doing this, but okay. So yeah, you definitely want to keep records. Because not only will it help you see what has worked and what hasn't, but it'll also remind you of things that maybe you forgot you did because you had that mentality of set it and forget it.
Well, we went through that pretty quick.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
Well,
so, okay. So if you are of the mindset that it is your spirit guides, guardian angels, great spirit, or the universe guiding you through this, keep in mind they probably, some of them, like whether you believe in guardian angels or spirit guides, most people believe they have several. Some of them have a very twisted sense of fucking humor. I've done some readings and I would have to go through my journal to find them because I documented them, where I was told one thing and
the exact opposite happened.
Dude. So keep in mind, so here's a big thing with spiritualism that I've learned, or divination, whether it be tarot, pendulum, or runes, the answer you get is what's going to happen if everything stays the same. If all players and all facets of life stay exactly the same related to that subject, this is what's going to happen. But if one thing changes, the
outcome
whole
changes.
fucking thing changes. If, let's say, you're trying to get promoted and you do a divination, whether it be tarot, runes, or pendulum, and it says, yes, you're going to get that position, you're going to be a badass, and you piss the fucking store manager off, guess who's not getting that position? Probably. So it's you have to it's based on if everything stays the same as it is today.
Yes.
That's been my experience.
Yes.
If somebody else has a different experience, I would love to hear from you. We could even do a collab and do a video with you. But that's been my experience. Like, if I don't change anything, or no outside force changes anything in this scenario,
right,
then it will end up the way it did. Like, I've had it tell me, you know what, where is that motherfucker? I was going for a job. Oh, here we are.
Oh, I remember that.
It was suggested that I complete a pendulum divination for whether or not I should pursue a truck driving or bus driving career. After centering and confirming directional answers, because I asked which way is yes, which way is no, which way is I don't fucking know. Because, and that's the way it did it for me. It was always back and forth for yes, side to side for no,
and then
and literally circular for
or wow.
I don't know. Is driving a truck a path I should pursue? No. Is driving a bus a path I should pursue? No. And I don't know what this came from. Does my 19-year time limit have anything to do with driving? I'm not sure what because I didn't notate what that meant. What 19-year time limit? But anyway, yes. Is it centered around my motorcycle? Yes. So maybe make a little notations. Like, I obviously wrote down the questions, right, and I wrote down the answers, but whatever was going on then with my motorcycle, will this position, oh, here's another one. Will this position at Vitalent give me the peace of mind I seek? Yes. Will I be offered the position? Yes. Will I be offered the compensation I seek? Yes. And then 10 days later, after apparently going through the interview process, I again did a pendulum reading, and I said, should I accept the offer if one is presented? And it said no.
So something changed during those 10 days.
Something changed.
That changed the outcome. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get that. You also have to take into account if you are seeking answers from your spirit guides, because like I said, mine have a really funny sense of humor. They're not always straightforward with me. Sometimes they make me figure it out on my own. But like when we worked together at the cell phone company, before I even met you, like they were telling me I needed to meet you, but when they knew you were in my vicinity and I was heading your direction, they wouldn't say like, hey, like keep an eye out. They would always wait until after you passed me and go, hey, dummy, that was him. Like, okay, why didn't you tell me before? Like, you know, so it's my spirit guides are funny.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
have a freaking sense of humor too. So then, also on the 15th, during a waxing gibbous moon phase, I had applied for Greyhound, not a bus driver per se, but in the terminal.
Right.
Will the position at Greyhound give me peace of mind that I need? A very strong yes. Will I be offered the position? Yes. Will I be offered the compensation I seek? Yes. Will I have any issues with doing the job? No. Will I have any personal safety issues at the job? Because there was a lot of shit going on at that time. No. Should I accept the offer? Yes, a very strong yes. And I wasn't offered the position. They chose somebody else. So,
right. So something
to either I don't know if we talked about how we can influence the reading. I think maybe we might have, did we skip past that? Like if we ask leading questions.
Oh, well, that's all with how you phrase it.
Yes. So if we ask, you okay, babe?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
If we ask a leading question, that would influence the response that we get, even though we're not actually moving, because it is our subconscious and the energies around us, including our guides, basically telling us what the fuck we want to hear. That's the only thing I can figure. So one of the things that was suggested is to, if you're just starting out, ask the pendulum questions that you already know the fucking answer to. Is my hair brown? Well, no, motherfucker, it was once, but it's not now. So the answer should be no. It really silly shit like that. Do I have a beard? Well, today I do. Did I complete high school? Technically, no, although I have a high school diploma.
Right. Do I currently have a pet? You know, it's something, it's just
which we are
like
getting
that.
Another one. We've lost our last kitty. We did a video on that, but then we haven't gotten a new one yet, but we're going to, because the house is empty. We're not having any more kids. I can't. I've been cut, tied, and burned. I can't have kids. So for us to get the pitter patter, it's gonna have to be kitties or dogs. So we're getting another kitty. It just hasn't happened yet. Anyway, I digress, as I often do. Look, I hope, Google it. Please do not spend $50 fucking dollars. Yes, they're live. You can ask them questions live. That's awesome. Cool. But you can also ask Google the same fucking questions. Like literally. What does it mean if it does this? And we have a couple resources for you.
Yes. And we will include this in the show notes too. So you don't have to worry about spelling or anything, because we'll make sure it's spelled properly.
So I had two main sources besides my own experience.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I had two main sources. The first one is the wild folk, like old school folk, FOLK. The website actually is shopwildfolk.com.
And that's wild with an E at the end.
Yes, wild with an E at the end. Now, I do not know anything about this book, but this site recommends a book called A Little Bit of Pendulums, An Introduction to Pendulum Divination by Danny Bryant. If you can go to a Barnes and Noble and check out the book without purchasing it first, and then you like it, go ahead and buy it.
Or see if your local library has it.
Yeah, see if your library has it. But that is a book they recommend. I have not read it. All my knowledge is practical.
Yes.
And research. My own, like, like searching shit. The other site was Moonlight Mysteries. That was actually a pretty cool fucking website. Not only did they have the info of like a very more in depth than the other one, but a very in depth view of pendulum scrying, but it's a witch's store.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Like you want a wand for your like I didn't like look up like if it's specifically like if each one is individually made to the person or if they just make some and that's what they're offering. But wands, fucking blades, all the supplies that a witch could need, they have apparently. So check them out. It's like I said, it's a predominantly witchy store. So demonstration time. So I'm holding, let it stop. It'll take a minute because I was moving. Sorry, I do have a little bit of the shakes, which is why we suggested a stand, but we don't have one. Like a necklace stand would be pretty good for that, but you would need to have it. Guides and guardians, I ask for your attention and I ask for your participation. Which direction is yes? Anybody notice that? Like it stopped shifting from left to right and it's going back and forth towards me. Did you catch that? It was shaky back and forth, but it stopped and is going towards me. Which direction is yes? Thank you. Now, which direction is no? That one's pretty strong. Okay, thank you. You can stop. And which direction is maybe? Okay. On the screen, it looks like it's going back and forth, but it's not. It's actually like an oval that is going in a circular motion. Even though it looks on the screen like it's going like this, it's actually not. Okay, thank you. You can stop. So, what question do we want to ask?
Oh, you didn't have one?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
I got an easy one. This is twisted and a little dark. Will I die in a car crash tomorrow? No. Okay, thank you. I almost felt like they were mad at me for asking that question. Will I die one day? See, this is where the sense of humor comes in. We all know we're going to die someday, and these motherfuckers are telling me no. Okay.
Oh, maybe you'll become the ghoul.
Yes, in case you didn't know, we love Fallout. I have played Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4, and still play 4.
I've played for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, um, will I get the position of a salaried manager at a marketplace? Hmm.
Mm.
No, that sucks. But I mean, I'll still try because everything, and that's the thing. Divination is guidance, it's not written in stone. Again, it is as it is now. So, as it is right now, I could not get a salaried position that I'm looking for.
Right.
Because I'm A, not really interested in it. B, I work overnights. I don't want to be. Yeah. And yeah, so I don't know. You have a question you want to ask?
No.
No. I should have come prepared with some questions. Like, okay, here's one. And some people do this, like you're basically creating that connection between the two hands, the energy connection. Should I seek, or no? Is my current job or career the right one for me right now? Did you see that? Like it was going like this, and then it started going like this. Is my current career or job what I need right now? So you can't really see it on the screen, but it's going back and forth like this. Anyway, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No.
I feel like we missed something. Look, if you have questions, please email us. Please comment. Please do something, but don't spend $50 on something that you can learn how to do yourself. Like, fucking for real. Not that any of you would, but obviously it's a thing. Like, until recently, I've never taken money for doing any kind of mystical or magical work. It's just because it's what I should do. I have recently because of situations with somebody that we very much care about. But anyway, but just blanketly taking money from people to teach something that everybody should know how to do or should be able to do. Everybody's capable. Everybody is. There's, I almost said there's not a hairless monkey that can't.
So, if you've ever seen the Disney animated Ratatouille, anyone can cook. Okay, well, anyone can do this.
Yes.
You just have to
Apply it. Apply yourself, apply the energy. You are a basket of mother loving energy waiting to be discovered and used. use your energy. You can create your own reality. Now, I'm not talking about creating, what is that in the Maharaja? What is that castle in anyway?
We're talking about the Taj Mahal.
Yes, thank you. Created by the Maharaja for his wife. I'm not talking about living in the Taj Mahal. Okay. Be realistic with what you're trying to accomplish. And you can create any opportunity in your life. We love you. I hope this has helped somebody, anybody. I've had fun doing it.
Yeah.
You've had fun? Mm-hmm. Damn, you're gorgeous. Anyway, one love.
We love you, witches, and we look forward to seeing you again. We will be starting our tarot series here very shortly.
Within a couple days.
Until then, peace out. Take care of yourselves.